As you get older, there are more opportunities to take different types of classes in high school. Here are just some of the options available.
It is a really interesting class because what we do is look at stories from all different cultures across the world and from all different time periods across the world. And so we go from the most ancient of creation stories clear through to more modern tales from across the world today. Dramatic literature and composition is a really fun class where we look at the literature of plays and we do some writing and we do some performing and we learn about all aspects of what it's like to be in a play, including looking at the authors and all kinds of interesting things with just play production itself and how they come up with their brilliant ideas and the fascinating things we see. I have American Lit 1, and that covers from the origins of America, which started with, of course, the Native Americans, and it goes clear through to about the Civil War time. And then American Lit 2 is another class that takes over a little before the Civil War and goes through modern times.
Senior composition is a class for seniors who do not want to take the more rigorous version, which is college composition. The difference between senior composition and the college composition courses is for college English, you can get 9 credits, nine college credits. My goal is to prepare students for college. I try to focus on helping students be ready emotionally for college, physically for college. College is challenging and it's fun and it's scary. And my goal is for students to have a happy life. So both in senior comp and college English, I try to prepare kids for college writing, but also just college in general. Watching students grow and become more self-sufficient learners. I really encourage them to be better consumers of information so that they're not tricked by people. I want them to be able to learn for the sake of learning and realize that they don't have to be perfect. They just have to make progress every day and get better and realize that if you want to know something, the research is out there. Just look for the evidence and don't let people trick you.
Hi, this is Evan Schroeder, EvanSchroeder, and I'm from Video Media. Video Media is an elective course that can start from freshman year to senior year. In Video Media, you can learn how to edit, record videos, proper camera angles, and having fun in the class. Video Media is being taught by Mrs. Eisman, whom you know as the school's librarian. Bolon Bites videos are created by Video Media.
My name's Joe Rosner. I've been in video media since day one, since it first started back in 2019. So this is my 3rd semester. Video media has a lot of potential uses for in life after high school. If you're going into the news field or filmmaking, or if you just want to put together a family video in the future. It's a lot of good skills to know how to edit and interview people. You never know when you might use them.
This is Evan Schroeder from Video Media, signing off.
Art is one of the many classes that you can express yourself and let your thoughts run wild. There are 10 art classes that Lamar's community offers, which include art fundamentals, art appreciation, drawing, painting, independent studio, folk art, graphics, pottery 1, pottery 2, and sculpture. Art appreciation is learning to identify art in your ordinary lives. It is also looking back on art that has been created all over the world. In folk art, you are looking at art from a certain culture and recreating the ideas behind it. And in independent studio, you use everything you have learned and put it to the test, doing what you want in this time period in the art classroom. But these classes aren't the only thing that goes on in there. There's also Art Club, which creates things such as the murals in the commons and do many other things as well. So maybe the art classroom is the right place for you.
Juniors and seniors take psychology, and I don't know if there's a type of kid that takes it. Some people take it because they might want to go into psychology. Other people take it because they've heard it's fun. Some people take it because it fills an elective credit. So basically anybody. Psych 2 is just a lot more in depth. We do, if I have time, we get to like abnormal psychology. We do more with specifics about memory and learning and sleep and things like that. You know, I'd say it's moderately difficult. The tests are like free response instead of multiple choice and true false, and you do have to do some studying and application, so moderately, I would say. When you sit in psychology class, you will hear stuff and learn stuff that you can absolutely apply to your own life. Because we have a good time in here.
In Iowa history, you get to explore all the history the magical cornfield state Iowa surprisingly has. Shockingly, Iowa has more history than just cornfields and the occasional windmill.
The great part about Iowa history is there's so much history for Iowa that it's worth taking a peek into. It's more than just cornfields and snow and cold weather. There's a whole bunch of rich traditions in Iowa and cool history stories that make it a pretty fun thing to learn about.
In this class, you get to learn and work in groups to demonstrate and show what Iowa was founded in and what the state of Iowa is special for. Students are assigned different roles, including political candidates and citizen representatives. Each has their own role ensuring the debate and events leading up to the election depict the real process. The more you put into it, the more you get out. An additional project includes putting together an election and then a mock senate.
Election's got to be everybody's favorite. I think it's super fun. This year we added so many more elements to it. We moved the debate to the little theater, had a big crowd, and did the newscast to announce the results. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff, but I think the mock election is my favorite thing I do across any class, let alone in advanced American government.
All right, to the task at hand. Let's have a good debate, a debate that is worthy of the American people.
I like teaching about it. It's super fun. Watching kids get up and have to give speeches and put together rallies and become a persona of a presidential candidate is always fun. But hands-on learning is always better. Any chance that I can get kids to experience a little bit of the real world is always better. Kind of my mantra is decisions are made by those who show up. And I don't expect kids to go out and necessarily be, a political guru like I was, but as long as they're engaged and on issues that matter and they show up, I'll be a happy guy. So as long as they can, if it does anything but just turns on that juice a little bit and gets them to vote and gets them engaged with issues and ideas, then my goal has been accomplished.
The debate was really, really good.
Yes.
Both the candidates are very well spoken. They did some research, and it was actually entertaining. I was actually invested into what they were.
I teach anatomy, which is a one-semester class offered in the fall. I also teach physiology, which is a one-semester class that's offered in the spring. I teach physics, and I teach Engineer Your World. I would say that they're all equally popular, but different types of people might choose to take different classes. Anyone who's interested in health fields should take anatomy and physiology. It'll give you a really good background on the parts of the human body and the different organ systems, how they interact. If you're interested in engineering or even in business, Engineer Your World's a fantastic class because it teaches you to work with other people and you get to apply your creative skills to different projects, problem solving.
College Western Civ Ancient to Modern and Modern to Present are 2 semester-long college courses allowing juniors and seniors 3 college credits per semester.
Western Civ covers, if you take the whole year, it starts in the ancient world with ancient Egypt and prehistory, and goes as far as we can get historically, which might be as far as World War II, but hasn't made it quite that far in a long time. Western Civ is fairly challenging. My motto for the class is, I am chill, but the class is pretty hard. So you have to do a lot of reading of the textbook outside of class, and you have to prepare for some quizzes and do essay tests and things like that. There are essays in Western Civ. All the tests are essay format, but you get the questions ahead of time so you can prepare, and you write 3 short research papers per semester. My favorite part is that we usually have a pretty good time. The makeup of the students is just fun, and yeah, it's history on steroids, but it's also kind of a relaxed atmosphere. And sometimes we eat food, so that's good.